What's going on, guys? It's LadyB, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why you never give up in Clash of Clans. You might feel like you are down and out for the count, that the cards are stacked against you, and this is a very clear case of why you don't do it. Stay tuned. So this particular match happened as part of round 2 in the EWU. Now, whether you're playing casually or in competitive leagues, this is really what you're gonna see that it takes to get you on the pro level. And you really just have to keep grinding, going for the push, never give up, because it could mean the difference of a win. And this is what it exactly came down to, a 2% differential and a win for EWU, who was down for the count. So this war kind of started off like a regular war. Golden X had gone in with the first hit. It was a 2-star for them from Vortex, which gives a nice advantage to EWU considering it was a lower percentage here. But then the dreaded 1-star happened for Disco, and that can be a huge kick down for morale in the clan when that happens, or it can motivate you. And I will tell you, that is exactly what happened. The motivation kicked in for the team. They came through, and you can see a lot of back-to-back 90% stars. They were going back and forth on percentage, picking things up. And then Harry from Golden X came in with almost that triple that they needed to try and keep the lead for their team. But what happened was Brian for EWU came in, picked up the triple, and it became this back and forth race in order to get the win. And it was constant triples from that point, and that 1-star turned out not to cause an impact for EWU, and they picked up the win with 2% above. So let's take a quick look through the triples that they got in, and we'll take a look first at the winning hit that finally stopped the clock and got the win for EWU. So Brian was the first one to pick up the triple. Harry, right before him, had a 99%. And before that point, it was definitely looking in favor for Golden X. It definitely hurt them to not pick up the triple, but they had the percentage. It was looking good for them until Brian came in with this solid Queen Walk Miner attack. Now, we do see Queen Walk Miners working really well right now. Current meta is showing that ground is key to win, but it's not the only way. We have seen air coming back around, and that's really as people are, as players are getting better at defending for ground, it's just leaving some openings for air. But that wasn't the case here. You can see Brian working his way through with the miners, Queen working on the outside of the base. Those hogs definitely key in coming in to help out with the miners coming in from the siege barracks, and he's able to pick up the triple with that one. Brian's attack really put EWU in a hot spot to try and turn things around, and at this point they were tied up. They were hoping for defense, so it was Karma's turn to try and keep the momentum going for Golden X and hope that they would still hold some defense. So Karma came in with the Yeti Smash, again, a very powerful strategy here. I have a video about it and its use and success rate in Town Hall 13. And as we've seen, its success did not disappoint Karma here. He was able to pick up the triple, utilized it very well. With the double jump leading through the base, the siege barracks working from the outside, helping with the funnel, the royal champ working along with the siege barracks. And you can see how long they go here through to the end, including holding on to the queen ability. I mean, he absolutely smashed this through. They were very excited at this point, knowing they picked up the triple and hoping for the defense. But what happened after that? We're gonna have to take a look and see how EWU responded to this triple. EWU at this point not backing down. They weren't gonna let the next triple that came in be their deterring factor. They knew they had a lot to prove with that 1 star on the initial attack, and they knew they still had a chance to try and turn it around because they had it tied up. At this point, they were holding the percent lead, and having that star count was enough motivation to say, we got to keep going, we got to keep powering through. So they kept in the theme of those ground attacks, and this time coming in with the hybrid. So walking his queen through, and he allows her to beat through the wall. It's not quite a charge, it is a walk, and then he's allowing his queen to work her way naturally, as a queen does, by beating through walls and get into the base. Siege barracks, again, a very commonly used siege machine in Town Hall 13 for this, particularly for these ground attacks, coming in with a reinforcement of hogs for the hybrid. Best thing about this hybrid attack is how quickly the hogs work through with the miners. You can see making a nice speedy move through the base. The queen does die out eventually, but he's got plenty left over, including the P.E.K.K.A. from the siege barracks, and is able to get that cleanup in the end for the triple here. So again, it puts the pressure on Golden X to try and keep the momentum going here. They knew they were down for the count with their percentage, so at this point they're hoping for the defense. I'm sure they were very shocked that they weren't able to hold the lead after they had a 1-star defense. So Dave Won't Rage comes up to bat, gets in here again with the Yeti Smash. They're going with these attacks that they know are some of the best ways to pick up the triples. The ground attack definitely strong. No risks were taken here with the attacks, as each player was coming up to the plate and trying to get it done for their team. So Dave Won't Rage in with that jump, the quad quake for his Yetis. Now quad quakes work really nicely with Yeti Smashes, particularly when you're using P.E.K.K.A.s for the lead. Your P.E.K.K.A. takes the lead. As soon as your Yetis get up there in the core, they have so much free range opened up for them, and they can go ham. And that's why you really want to bring P.E.K.K.A.s with Yetis, is because the P.E.K.K.A.s do the tanking here and give a lot of life left for your Yetis. As you can see, he's got so many left over here in the end. Has that king ability that he uses right towards the tail end, the royal champ ability here at the end, and just a very successful Yeti Smash. So at this point, it's their fingers crossed to hope that they can defend and possibly pick up the win, but let's see what happens. In the end, it's Pablo who has the pressure on him. His team had started off with quite a disadvantage, coming in with a 1-star hit. You think you're down for the count at that point, but it was triple after triple for them. They were able to get the percentage, and it was up to Pablo to pick up the triples. So again, he comes in with the ground attack. Ground definitely key right now. Your least risky attacks, as we see air having some difficulties with time. You have to be super on point. So he goes in with the Queen Walk Miner, now making actually great use of this Queen Walk because of the pathing of this base. You can see the Queen pulls out a little bit to go for some of those targets. The King wasn't almost quite there to get that funneling done, but the Queen does pull back around to go for the Town Hall chamber, that open area. And then it gives him the nice pathing he needs in order to get the hogs and miners going. King still working around the outside of the base here, allowing his queen time to work through the CC and get to the town hall before sending in the hogs and miners. And once that's all down, they can go ham through the base. And again, you can see how successful this strategy is because the hogs and miners work together. Typically you bring your royal champ right behind, so you get a lot of steam and power through the base, while the RC and miners can help take on any of the heroes that are inside there as well. And I'll be doing a video coming up shortly about this hybrid attack, because it is a very powerful strategy that we are seeing more and more of in various town hall levels. So Pablo ultimately is able to turn around and pick up that triple for his team. And despite being in such a difficult spot in the beginning with that 1 star, it turns out that EWU eSports are able to pick up the win here by 2%. So this was just a little anecdotal recap of a war that we had in EWU that I wanted to share with you, because as we were watching it live, everybody thought it was pretty incredible that they were able to turn around that war. And I hope it serves as a little motivation for you guys who are playing, that you have to know, keep with it, stick with it. The same reason why you don't rage quit in an attack. This is exactly why you never give up in your wars. Let me know about your experiences. Have you had this? Have you had those miraculous comebacks? I want to hear from you guys. And if you enjoyed the video, please get those thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. I've got my links in the chat below for my social media, Twitter, Discord if you'd like to hang out in my Discord server, and my Twitch, where I do stream live 5 days a week. And make sure you turn the notifications on so you know when the videos are released on YouTube. I've got some episodes coming up and some nice recaps and strategy guides. Until next time, this is LadyB. I'll catch you guys later.